Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Atlas Pendant. This is the 187460. Beautiful, beautiful fixture. Sold a ton of them. People love this. Let's get into the size of the fixture body itself, and that's going to be independent of the rod it's hanging from. So it's 27.2 inches high, 13.9 inches in width, and 13.4 inches in depth. You have that ring, but you also have some metal going up, so that's why it's slightly different. Overall height, now you're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, starts at 27 inches overall height, but you have a range, so this can go as long as 72, which is pretty long. If you guys need this to be longer than 72 inches, drop me a quick email. Say you're looking at the 187460. Tell me what you're looking for. 96 inches overall height, 104. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's Customs Department, where it'll come back with an answer, whatever we can do to help you, and we do it all day long. I do a lot of customs here. And then it's a little more time and money, but we do it all the time. No big deal. So let's get into how Hubbardton Forge uses these interconnected pipes to get you all these different options. So you're going to be getting 3 of the 12-inch. It's this guy. You're going to get 1 of the 6, and you're going to get 1 of the 3. And you're going to use those in different combinations to get you the overall height that you guys need out there. Okay? These basically are easy to put together. Let's look at the installations instructions really quick. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. You're going to see a full parts list there, which is to begin with. Very simple again, because there's only so many parts, but it's going to show you how to put it together. The glass does not go on until the very end of the story, after the whole fixture is installed. That's when you put the glass on. So in the beginning, you're going to be taking a couple towels and you're going to put them end to end on a counter, or you're going to put them onto a table. You're going to lay out the part that has the socket on it, and then you're going to put down the parts that you have determined that you need to get to the overall height that you're looking for. At the very end, you're going to have the canopy. That's the part that goes up on the ceiling. And then you're just going to simply feed those wires through all the little parts. And when you're done, all you're going to do is do this. You're just going to put it together. It takes like 2 seconds, and they screw together just like that. And more, a little more. And look at that. There's a completely nice, clean, totally almost seamless look to it. So it's an awesome look. What this is going to have at the very end is going to be this canopy. And the canopy is going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This is a 5-inch round canopy. And if you guys have a cathedral ceiling, let's say you're going to put this over a stairway, which I think would be really nice, or over a kitchen island and you have a sloped ceiling, this is sloped ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees. You don't have to do any custom. We have done that all for you. Okay, let's hop into glass really quick. You have clear, and it's a total clear. This looks kind of clear, but the clear glass is going to be a completely crystal clear look. Opal, which is a opaque white, and I'll get more into what opal is later in this video. And then my friend here off our display in their store is Opaline. And Opaline is a beautiful, and I can tell this is hand blown. I see there's little random bubbles here and there. You know what it reminds me of? You know, when you go and you maybe go to the fair and you get like big bubblegum things, and you're blowing a giant bubblegum, the part that's kind of near your face is going to be more opaque, and the farther you get out, it becomes more clear. And that's kind of like what this looks like. So there's like random cloudiness in this, and it has the appearance of like an opal. It's a beautiful piece of glass, and I just want to make sure you guys get a chance to see the whole thing. So Hubbardton goes way beyond what they need to for these kind of things. So they source the most intense, amazing American glass blowers they can find. And a lot of this stuff comes out of Vermont. Some of it comes out of upstate New York or Connecticut. But they'll go to extremes to find the person to do exactly what they're looking for. Let's talk about what's going on inside of this as far as lamping goes. So it's going to be using a medium base socket. That's the easy one we all grew up with, the bigger one. So there's no fancy bulbs to get. It's really up to you what goes into this. You can put up to 100-watt incandescent into this without a problem, and some of you might. And this is what we use in our showroom in this fixture. It's those Edison bulbs that have this little point on it. However, you know, you don't have to go there. You could use an Edison wannabe that we also use all over our showroom, and that's just these clear bulbs that have LED strips inside. We generally don't use incandescent bulbs here. We run our whole building on solar. We have 187 solar panels on top of this building, so you know, that's what it is. But anyway, so you can do all kinds of bulbs, and we are all over LEDs here. So there's no max when you get into LED. It's just like whatever will physically fit. It's a big piece of glass. It's doubtful you're going to find one of these that's too big. I think, like I said, this is the one that I would probably recommend to go for the largest one, but you can go all over the place. This is a type, an A19. And just so you know, I found this bulb at Walmart in a dimmable version in a warm white, and it was 150 watt equivalent. I couldn't believe how bright it was when I got it back, and it was a 4-pack, and it was a pretty good deal. So I would take a little ride out there if you get a chance if you want to use something that needs an amazing amount of light that you can dim down. I also always talk about the color of LED light, and that's going to be a big deal in this fixture, especially if you have the clear, or this Opaline. So 2700 Kelvin, that's going to be super yellow, almost an orange light, and that's going to be like a setting sun. That's 2700 on the Kelvin scale, 2700K. Way on the other side of this is going to be what's called daylight, and that's going to be 4000, 5000, 6000 Kelvin. Daylight sounds warm, it's not. That's a cold hospital waiting room light, or like an office building. Some people like that, and it might be good for you. It's not good for me. I like 3000 Kelvin, and that's going to be warm white, and that's what's coming down, the light coming down on my hands right now. That's what we use in our showroom. It mimics the old incandescent bulbs that people still really like, would love to use this, but don't want to use these. They want to use LEDs. So my pick for this would probably be, depending on the glass, if I was doing a glass I could see the bulb, I would probably go for a clear, and I would probably go for that 150 watt equivalent. I think it was an 11 watt if I remember correctly. Dimmable 3000 Kelvin, and I would be good to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's Opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video, so it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together, and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.